After a holiday break, we return to Kingston. With me tonight is...
Darmon's 36th movie.
Yeah, that guy. So I ended last video by butchering everyone in Fort Royal, which was fun, but I've got others. Port Royal, I should say, but I have other things to do.
You know, it took me forever to figure out how to actually get to Port Royal when I first played this game.
Yeah, it is kind of a weird area. So that treasure I was looking a long time for, I thought it was in Port Royal. It is not.
Is it on a boat in between Port Royal and Kingston?
It is not on the boat. It is in the normal area of Kingston.
Oh,
but it's
really.
You see that hook on the side there, on the eastern side of the map. That's where it is.
Okay.
I thought it was referring to the area around this, whatever the game called. Again, it's not there.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like that one. You know what it reminds me of in the district you start out in Revelations. It's separated by the rest of the map by a giant thing of water.
Yeah, and Galata is really small compared to the rest of the map.
Yeah.
Although, from what I was reading in the Syndicate topic games, apparently Ubisoft is going to be taking 2016 off.
That is going to be interesting to see how that goes.
They have that Chronicles game, but that's obviously not the same thing.
No, that's closer to like Mark of the Ninja sort of thing.
Yeah.
I tried Chronicles, the China Chronicles, and I don't know if I would beat it. It was interesting, though.
I may give it a shot. It's not like it would be a huge time investment either way.
No, I still got to go through. I have to go through Syndicate itself. I didn't get to do Syndicate before I went on Christmas vacation, and I really should get to it. But I also bought Witcher 3 and Tomb Raider. And a bunch of other shit that I really shouldn't have bought, but apparently I did, because I got a lot of, I had a lot of money, just squirreled away in various, GameStop or Steam bucks. And I'm like, how do I have so... it's just that's the only thing I told my relatives to give me, and they got me it, and then it's I never loaded the shit from last year on there either, so now I'm plus I finally got the PS4, and I finally turned that on and hooked it up, and so it's I only have 3 games for it now. Technically 5, but
including my downloaded games, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 PS4 games. 11 actually. I have 2 downloaded ones.
So the 3 I have are of the highest quality. They have the Uncharted collection.
Yeah, I got that too.
Infamous Second Son, because I've always wanted to play the Infamous games. And I'm disappointed that you can't play PS3 games on PS4. I don't know why this is, but whatever.
Well,
from what
I've heard, the architecture of the PS3 is really weird, and that's why it was kind of hard for developers to work on it for a few years.
I fucking hate you, Sony.
But the architecture for the PS4 is much simpler, which is why it's had better support the past couple of years. And there's just no way they could get PS3 games working on it.
I fucking hate you, Sony.
But hey, we've got something coming up. I don't know who that bearded guy is, but we've got the Templar armor.
Ooh.
Now, I was kind of worried. I only got the 4 keys from the assassin mission side quest things. I forgot where the 5th key was. You get the 5th key from killing that French Templar near the start of the game. But I completely forgot that's where you got it, so I was a little worried.
Yeah.
It actually kind of resembles Shay's Templar outfit. A little bit.
But Shay isn't even... I don't even know if Shay's alive yet or not. It's hard to say.
He's probably a young man at this point. Very young man.
I don't think you can really even call him a man if he is anything.
Yeah.
I'd have to see when he was born, because he's He's reaching middle age, not middle age, but 20s or 30s by Rogue, and Rogue is... Actually, he's probably dead. No, he probably isn't even born yet.
Yeah, that's probably safe to say.
I'm just trying to think, because the only point of comparison I have for Shay is not somebody who isn't in this game.
But I really like Shay's Templar outfit, actually. I think he's the most fashionable Assassin's Creed protagonist so far.
I don't know. Like, Evie and Jacob have some good outfits.
I will admit that, yes.
Jacob has an outfit called Maximum Dracula.
I like Evie's white and purple outfit. Lady something's robes or whatever. I really like that one. And she has a special outfit from completing one of the Collectathon side quests. That's pretty cool, too.
The staticky one, yes.
Yes.
So let's see.
But as I said, we have business in Kingston, but I did want to get the Templar armor just so we could have a video with that. And a big video will be going somewhere very special in this one. And notice this outfit does not have a hood. So if there are any cutscenes where Edward puts his hood on, he will do the gesture, but nothing will happen.
Yeah.
It's very silly.
I kind of like that, and
another interesting thing is you know the box art for Rogue has Shay with a hood on? Mm-hmm. His Templar outfit does not have a hood.
Yeah.
So the box art is incorrect.
Well, his assassin outfit does.
But his assassin outfit does not have those colors.
Also true.
But yeah,
Viking outfit only has a helmet. No, his Viking outfit has the helmet.
But yeah, some of those extended collection trophies for the Uncharted games, those are pretty hard. Like Brutal is really tough. You have to be a goddamn master to do those. And the speed runs can be fun too. Since Uncharted 2, I beat the speed run time by just a little over 5 minutes. You do not have a lot of time to get that.
No, I forget. Do they let you keep upgrades or shit? I don't even think there's upgrades in those games. They just kind of go.
Yeah.
Full tilt.
I've discovered that normal is pretty much the perfect difficulty for Uncharted games, since in the other ones you always die too fast.
I'll have to take a look.
The Blackwood Wheel, not a particularly good one as I recall.
Yeah, so I did take a look. Shay won't be born until just after the conclusion of this game.
Oh. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
But this upcoming mission, I've mentioned it a few times. I had a lot more trouble with it than I remember. It is not a tough mission. It's just I was really screwing up for some reason. And since the run over there was boring, let's just get to this. Just get to the start of it.
What news are they?
This Barjon works for the Royal African Company. Tell him what you told me.
I haven't seen the princess for 8 weeks or more, meaning she may soon be back.
What else?
I thought this buck belonged to the other men who was asking about the princess this morning. So I told him that...
What other men?
Haughty sailor in plain rags, and a gent with a scar just here.
Where have they got to?
Staying just round the corner, they said.
I grow tired of chasing these fantasies of yours, Edward. As does the crew.
Hang in there, man. We're getting close.
So you can guess from that cut, this mission did not go smoothly. The additional objectives are not hard. Just take a little time to get right. And again, this is not a hard mission, it's just I was doing really badly at it, which is kind of surprising since I'm pretty good at this game. It's not like it's a great accomplishment to be good at Assassin's Creed games, but still.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish I had Evie right now. Just stealth camo and
Yeah,
Knives up the wazoo.
knives are awesome in Syndicate. They're broken as hell, but they're awesome.
Oh, Jacob, they're okay with. Evie, on the other hand,
Now this, I shoot someone with a Berserk Dart just because I want to cause trouble. And really, isn't that what it's for? Let's see how
Yes.
long this captain lasts. Oh, he's one down. Two. Oh, killed two of
Ooh.
them. See, this is the kind of stuff that was making me lose this mission. I'm just playing around. That's all you can say.
you're making your life easier by destroying reinforcements later.
He just kicked that guy on the ground. But yeah, there's 2 alarm bells. Just go around and sabotage them. Couldn't be simpler.
There could be one.
But yeah, I actually do need to get around to playing Syndicate again because I did buy the gold edition, which means I get Jack the Ripper for
You haven't
free.
done Jack the Ripper yet. Yeah,
But
same.
I'm just too swamped with games at the moment to go back to it, but I will eventually.
What are you playing now?
Mostly playing Uncharted. I'm going through my last couple I'm going through my brutal playthrough of Uncharted 3, which will end it. But I'm actually going to put that on hold for a while since I'm nearing 3,000 trophies, and I want number 3,000 to be special.
Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, my Steam profile, I have absolutely no trophies. So
Shameful.
I'm my PlayStation profile. I like that.
Oh, and I've been playing MGO because I got PlayStation Plus pretty much for.
I saw
MGO.
you posting about MGO.
Yeah, I was just.
I have it on Steam, and they still haven't made MGO available for the PC, and
Wow.
people are getting kind of.
Yeah, I was just lamenting the fact it's too easy to recover people from stuns and sleep in that game, and that's a little disappointing. But
Yeah,
hey.
I gotta go make the. What I have to make is the for regular MGS5. Oh no, been spotted.
Oh, now here's something. If the regular mercenaries kill a brute, it doesn't count. You have to kill the brutes for it to count. So I have to kill at least one of them before they get killed, and I don't trust them to survive. So there you go. It's really dumb, but you have to do it.
There you go.
Good
So,
Oh yeah, if they ring the alarm bell, you fail, I think.
we should really get rid of that last one.
I'm getting to. Oh, and those 2 guys standing over there, do not approach them until you complete the additional objectives. Because if you get spotted by those 2, it is mission fail instantly. And they're not going to particularly mind that dead guy.
Obviously. Nah, for MGS5, like I've got the. I'm working on developing the sleeping gas rocket launcher. Because they finally put in a sleeping gas rocket launcher.
We're short on time. Aye. There'll be 2 soldiers waiting for us at the crossroads. Very good.
But actually, do you know the Black Site map? It's Camp Omega in MGO.
Torres tells me.
As I said, well, I did play Ground Zeroes.
Oh yeah, well you know the map. There was one sniping spot I found that overlooked a big, wide open area of the map. I must have been there for like 10 minutes straight. Nobody saw me. I was sniping a whole bunch of them. Nobody ever guessed where I was shooting from. It was really unbelievable.
to spy on me then? For I've just given him a sample of my blood.
It's amazing what you can get away with online sometimes.
It is a measure of insurance.
There was
And trust.
I reckon. Yes, but fear not.
one time I was playing Watch Dogs. I
I
don't know if you ever played Watch Dogs.
I have not.
So you can like invade people and like hack them and whatnot.
I suppose it's a small
And
price
then
to
they have to
pay
try to
for
find
the
you.
temple they've given me in return.
But basically, it's kind of the balance of you look like it's kind of like Assassin's Creed multiplayer in that you'll end up looking like a random NPC
Yeah.
to them, and they'll look like one to you. So as long as you don't like act out of character for an NPC, it's hard to spot you in the early parts of it.
Just as you did in Nassau.
Precisely.
One time I kind of just sat around at a cafe for like 5 minutes, and the guy could not find me, and he lost his hat.
We all deserve a moment.
He just got, but I could tell which one was him because he just kept running around looking for me, and he just kept running right by me. It's hilarious. Oh, and the only other game that I got for PS4 is Bloodborne. So,
Oh yeah.
kind of.
I've heard it's pretty much Dark Souls without it being called Dark Souls.
It's the same developers.
Yeah, I figured that, but it's not like the same developer has to make the same kind of game all the time.
Just because Platinum doesn't know.
I mean, we are watching a Ubisoft game here, but still.
Yes, because I'm sure Far Cry 4 Primal won't have some sort of like signaling mechanism that we have to unlock to view parts of the map, or lots of random collectibles.
Oh yeah, and in case you missed that chat there, Horn of Gold is now a Templar. There you go.
Yeah. Did it really keep you from just like looking where you were going?
But yeah, when you have dancers with you kind of have to stay away from guards, because if you get too close to them, the dancers will automatically attract them, and you can't use them as cover anymore.
Like that one.
Yeah, one of them
You
just
lost. Like you lost one or two.
Yeah, one of them just wandered off. But
Yes.
that's why it happened.
They used to not do that, but then they did. Like, I think it was one of the things you could unlock in Brotherhood.
Oh hey, no, actually I think I still have all of them. I think one of them was just lagging behind a bit. As you can see, 4 of them now.
Yeah.
The courtesans are still the best NPCs in Assassin's Creed. I'm going to say that right now.
I kind of like the Rooks, you know. But
Yeah, the Rooks are alright. Especially since, wow, friendly AI is actually useful in this series.
especially when it's friendly AI that is high enough level to just stomp the enemy.
Yeah, it's just like whenever you don't feel like fighting someone, you can just get your Rooks to do it.
And it usually doesn't actually count against you this time, so that's
Yeah.
nice.
So Ubisoft has definitely made some big progress in the world of friendly AI. Now, this is the part of the mission where it gets kind of tricky, because Hornigold and Roger's going to wander into a big red zone, and you
Yeah.
have to stay out of sight.
Yeah, and it's basically a giant, if I remember right, it's like a giant tobacco warehouse, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of slats and holes in the wall.
But hey, it's the first time we've seen Torres since Kingston, when we were following that slave trade. And you're not going to get any points for guessing it went poorly my first time.
Hornigold has dispatched some of his best men to ensure the sage's
I wasn't gonna guess.
I think I might have restarted because I was too far away from the conversation and wasn't recording properly. And when you're doing an LP, a completionist LP, that's kind of a big deal.
I should have sailed there myself.
Because the captions are nice, but I would rather get the voice acting and captions.
Slave galley? Captain, I ask you to divest yourself of that sinking solution.
I failed to see the difference between enslaving some men and all men. Our aim is to steer the entire course of civilization, is it not?
A body enslaved inspires the mind to live. But slave on its mind is
But yeah, the easiest way to finish this last part is just hide in this area off to the side of the main building. This kind of doesn't make sense in the upcoming cutscene because Edward is in the barn, in the shed when the cutscene ends, so whatever. It works, alright.
Remind me, where in Africa are we looking?
Principe, sir, a small island.
We've sent 2 of our best men, Burgess and Cochrane. Privateers with fast ships and firm hearts.
Edward Kenway! Imagine my surprise at seeing your jackdaw anchored there. Have you heard all you came to hear? Will you now rescue the sage from our clutching hands?
A pox on you, traitor! You sold us downriver.
Because I found a better path. The Templars know order, discipline, structure. But you never could fathom these subtleties. Goodbye, old friend. You were a soldier once, when you fought for something real. Something beyond yourself.
Actually, $34, but who's counting? I was thinking of waiting for the inevitable Game of the Year edition for Uncharted 4, but Uncharted DLC is usually skins and maps and such, and I don't know, Uncharted multiplayer is too fun for me to wait a terrible long amount of time for.
I kind of did this to myself competitive multiplayer a while ago. Just...
Were you aware that some of those guys had a clear shot on me? I'll bet you
No.
weren't.
Oh.
And those two guys totally spawned right in front of me. But yeah, some of those guys had there were at least 4 guys who said they had a clear shot.
But they probably ended up shooting somebody else.
Probably.
They're still gonna find you. I see your friend smoke bombed. I used him again. Yep. I'd probably make a beeline for the jackdaw. 'Cause I don't think they'll follow you on there, will they?
I don't think so, no. I think they'll run around on the docks, but they won't actually board the ship. But hey, I'm making this kinda exciting. That's something.
Yeah.
But
Literally going just about any other time you have to escape from dudes.
But now they're miles away from me and I win.
Yeah.
But yeah, that in reality that mission took me in this video that mission took me about I don't know 10-12 minutes. Recording it took me about an hour. So yeah, that mission did not go well for me. And by this point I was getting kind of sleepy because I usually recorded these after work in Taiwan, but
Do you require my services?
I sure do.
I'll tell you, what do you need?
So yeah, I've pretty much fully upgraded the Jackdaw, but I could get a bit of RAM at the moment, but for some reason I did not.
You still need better full broadsides too, it looked like.
I don't have the... and heavy shot, I think, but I don't have the blueprints for either of those. But yeah, I recall MGO being very fun, and it is still very fun.
Everybody keeps... I mean, I haven't played the new MGO, so I can't really... I want to, that's the problem. But...
Yeah, well, you blame Konami for that one, not me.
Yeah.
But yeah, this next main mission is actually a really big plot one. But we're going to stop by the Kaaba Ruins first, which is actually a fairly interesting aesthetically diving part. It's not like the gameplay is more interesting, because it most certainly is not, but it at least looks different.
Have you still not paid off the fucking...
Why should I? Those guys are great for materials.
Because you just about fully upgraded the Jackdaw.
That's no reason to stop getting materials.
After the point where it becomes functionally useless?
Yes. But yeah, as I was saying in that post, the best thing about tranquilizing people in MGO is no kill cam. So as long as you keep your head down, you probably won't get found out. Yeah, I definitely think if you... Shit, it does less damage.
Oh, I think the hitbox on just registered good.
Yeah, it's probably a little dodgier too. But since the Aubrey does not have metal, I see no reason to take all of the supplies. I've never understood what he said there. They're on their bowlines hay?
Go to play! Goes all for me! As much space as you can!
So yeah, nothing at all interesting happened on that Man of War. Or maybe something interesting did happen, I'll never know. Because I have long since deleted the original file to this video. As I said, I will have to start playing this game again to record Freedom's Cry. But the good thing about that, the one good thing is that it will look much nicer because I've got new recording equipment that is superior.
Yeah.
It's very shiny and glossy and almost looks exactly as the game does when I play it on my TV, so I'm pleased about that. I mean, there is no way I am re-recording the main game. That's not going to happen. But Freedom Cry and the Avaline mission, certainly. I hate the moray eels. I never dodge these stupid things.
Well, you know what they say.
What?
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's a moray.
Clearly. And I'm getting attacked by dick sharks, so... It's going great so far, is what I'm saying.
I'm bouncing. Dick sharks, okay. Oh boy.
But yeah, I actually did do that music box collectathon without looking anything up online. And I'm pretty proud of that. That's one of the only things I've done collectathon-wise in Assassin's Creed that I did not look up on the internet.
I got most of them, but a few of them I was just like...
There is one in Whitechapel that the only visual clue you have is it's near a broken staircase or something.
Yeah, and a statue.
Yeah, that one took me like an hour and a half to find.
Yeah, generally I found most of them. I think there were 5 or 6. I was like, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, I have the time to do stuff like that because I don't have a job and I'm not in school. But I would, if I was more pressed for time, I wouldn't have bothered to get all of them legit.
Did I do?
But hey, like here you have a ruined altar. It looks kind of neat.
So this is obviously some part of the Samayan ruins that somehow sunk below.
Okay, speaking of Jackdaw upgrades.
Yeah, that one we're definitely getting as soon as you can get to port.
Oh hey, I don't even need to get to port. I can upgrade it straight from Jackdaw.
I kind of want to know who the hell just dragged all these barrels full of air down here.
Well, presumably your crew dropped them. I'm not really sure how that works, but that's... I know...
Hey, he gave you a push! Focus another eel, because fuck.
But I think this is either the last or the second last underwater section, which I'm glad for. Since while I kind of need the first couple times you do them, there's just really not much to the gameplay.
Yeah, pretty much. You just... Oh, and wonderful, you don't actually get a map.
Wonderful. I mean, it's not that they're bad, it's just they're all kind of samey.
Yeah. I mean, I like the ones that lead into like the smuggler's ends or whatever, because you know that actually does change up because you're basically running like through an area of armed people with an extremely limited amount of supplies.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know, playing. It's like playing Metal Gear Solid in subsistence. And everything's OSP.
Yes.
Which is how it should be in a Metal Gear. Admittedly, with MGS4, 5, and Peace Walker, you don't really need to have OSP.
Yeah.
So whatever. Because these are just basically just running small little missions instead of one giant one. No, that was always my favorite because there was always just some really, really stupid things you could do for S-Ranks.
In Phantom Pain?
Yeah. Like the, I'm thinking of the tank one.
Oh yeah, the one where you have to take out that Russian colonel or something and he has a couple tanks following him.
He's got a tank. Yeah, he's got a tank guard.
Yeah, I love how absurd the logic in that game is. If you basically in the Phantom Pain world, the only thing you need to take out a convoy of a tank and 2 tanks and a convoy truck is pretty much it's just a single AK bullet.
Or a horse.
Yeah. It's video game logic at its finest, but it's hilarious. And no tracing Sahelanthropus. It's a really cool idea. It's just it doesn't sound that fun or challenging.
You just keep throwing ETA quads at it.
Yes.
But hey, it's an S rank.
Yes, it does work, but it just doesn't feel clean to me. If that makes sense.
I want to figure out. Somebody in like 5 years is going to figure out how to no trace Hellbound.
Yeah.
And we're all just going to be in awe. For those who have never played MGS5 and are confused, no tracing is a special mission condition that isn't even hinted at.
You can go through the entire game and still not know how to do it.
Yeah, in fact, it's very hard to do because they actually break the. There is a general set of no trace rules, and those general set of rules will actually be broken for specific missions in which it'd be impossible otherwise. But basically what it is the idea behind no trace is that you leave a mission area without a trace, which is easier said than done. For one, you can't fire a single bullet. 2, you can't... The only items you can consume are ones that you carry on yourself. You can't throw any of your throwable or placeable ones don't count. Hey, Mana Ray.
Yeah, Mana Ray's not... At least it doesn't attack me, so I'm cool with the Mana Ray.
Yeah. So... Those are kind of the general rules. You can't fault at anybody.
Oh, so in that one mission where you have to kidnap that arms dealer guy at the airport, you have to drive him out of the mission area?
Drive him or just carry him out, probably.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Actually, you don't have to...
But yeah, basically the idea is to go into a mission area, complete the objectives, and not use any weapons or just if you were in the reality of that world, there would be no trace that Snake was ever there.
Yeah, it's easier said than really done.
Yeah.
Especially since S ranking in the game is based off of points, and it's a fixed scale. So really,
and as long as you get a really good time, that's pretty much all that matters.
Yeah, for getting an S rank, time is probably the biggest thing. To the point where there's like parts later in the game where you can like, for some of them, I'm thinking of like Lingua Franca, where you can kind of just know where to go, and that's good enough. Oh, it's this tunnel thing.
Yeah. There is an occasional burst of water or something that'll push you along. You just need to get to an alcove to stay out of the way of it. Oh, and speaking of successful collectathons, my first time through wasn't really my first time, but my first time through Uncharted 3 on the Nathan Drake collection, I got 91 treasures, and I saved a couple of them because I wanted to get good PSN trophy screenshots. But I actually did halfway decently in an Uncharted collectathon. It was pretty amazing.
I have a feeling, like, I haven't really done the Uncharted collectathons, but I always seem to remember that they're almost just, like, right off the main. There isn't, like, a long and elaborate path to get to some of them. They're just kind of there, just really, like, in spots where you have to kind of just, like, climb that aren't readily obvious.
That is mostly true in Drake's Fortune, but 2 and 3, a large number of them are just off the beaten path kind of thing, but a few of them do have their own separate areas that are just for treasures. There's not many of them, but there are quite a few. But yeah, as we were saying about Hellbound, the reason no one is able to know Trace is just that is the final sequence of that mission seemingly requires you to fire a couple shots at the big robot. And as soon as you fire those shots, you break no traces. But if you do not fire those shots, you get a game over and can't complete the mission.
Yeah, so it's...
And you have to leave by helicopter. You can't drive out.
Which really makes no sense, but... There's got to be something else to it, but...
Now, I haven't kept up with that well. Have people been able to no trace a quiet exit? Because as I recall, Quiet herself breaks that.
I think the answer is yes, that they changed the... It's one of the cases where they changed the rules for what actually makes the trace happen. But I couldn't quite... Let's see. Because I'm pretty sure at this point, the only one left is Hellbound.
See, what I don't get is how you no trace the prologue and the final story mission, because in the final sneaking segment, don't you have to kill those guys?
No, you can kind of just make your way around.
Oh, you can actually go to the door and force the thing to happen?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
These dickbag Royal Navy guys are picking on my pirate buddies, so I have a bone to pick with them. Before we head to the coast of Africa.
Did you see that they added an extra way to get Quiet back?
I did read that, yes.
I absolutely love what it is.
It's a very kind of old-school video game unlock method, something no one would guess to do, but it's like in the old Ocarina of Time, how to get the Triforce, you have to do these ridiculous tasks or something. But you have to beat that mission, I think, 7 times, and then it changes on the 8th. You complete it normally, and you get her back.
It's not a Quiet exit, but it's the mission.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, no, I really appreciated that.
I kind of wish I was able to do that before I platinumed the game, but that's just going to have to be the way it is.
You can go back and get more FOBs.
Now, unfortunately, my pirate buddy got right in the way of my shot, so again, he's just going to have to pay for that.
Did you get your lead shot up there?
No, I just got back to the surface, so I immediately went into combat, so I cannot really see. And my pirate buddy is not doing much to help me, I gotta say.
He just ran them.
Yeah, once. And I like how there can be so many different sounds happening at the same time. They'll get muted sometimes. Like there, I just launched a full broadside of heavy shot. Didn't make it. It's still not making any noise.
The layering has something.
So right here, I got to fight with 2 brigs and 3 frigates just to protect my worthless boats.
Some things just aren't working.
Clearly. Is that really worth it? Probably not.
No.
No, it really wasn't. I mean, I'm going to get some metal out of the deal, like getting 2 extremely boring fights, but I think it's time we actually get on with this mission. Dun, da, da, da.
What's our course, Captain?
Bridge of Bay, Quartermaster. We're sailing for the coast of Africa.
Put him in the okay. Put him in the scabbers with the long hope on him. Or put him in the lifeboat with the captain's daughter.
So yeah, we're actually going to Africa, which I believe is the only. This is the only time in the Assassin's Creed series to date where you go to Africa. Have we? Yeah, we had South America in Assassin's Creed 3. We have North America, obviously, Europe, Asia. I don't think Australia or Antarctica, though.
No, you've been to North Pole and Rogue.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, no, it's North Pole.
But
it's part of North America.
Antarctica, no.
No, Antarctica is the South.
Is there?
I don't know what continent the North Pole. Maybe it's not a part of any continent. Whatever.
It's not. It's not a continent whatsoever. It just is what it is.
But yeah, these are a different class of ships, the Portuguese ships. Unlike the British and Spanish ships, you cannot capture these. Which is a little disappointing, as I wanted a collection of Portuguese, British, and Spanish ships in my fleet, but you can't do it. Hey, we have a great reputation, I'll tell you what.
To be honest, I really don't care, because I don't care if I have a bad reputation.
No, I have a pretty bad reputation. I'm just saying. Maybe it's great as in, like, everyone knows about it. Hey, there we go. 30 nautical miles.
2 hours after you
but yeah,
get the rubber band and put it on the control stick in a diagonal.
But yeah, I think there might actually be the enemies have different uniforms. I think they might still be speaking Spanish, which doesn't make sense. But it's not like Ubisoft would go.
It's a romance language.
It's not like Ubisoft would go to the effort to hire a bunch of Portuguese voice actors for this one part of the game, or voice actors who spoke Portuguese. But on a plus, this is not the only time we'll be seeing the Portuguese in this game. Probably the most elaborate mission in the game also features Portuguese.
But as it stands, you don't really go into Portuguese. This is like one of the few times you're actually going into Portuguese territory.
Yeah. But to be fair, you also went to Lisbon in Rogue.
Man, this series really hates the Portuguese.
It hates the British a lot more. And I was reading in the Syndicate topic that apparently the leaks have a Roman Republic era game.
Or Egypt.
Yeah, Roman Republic or Egypt. It will be interesting to see which they choose. Since I recall one of the Assassin's Creed developers saying Egypt would be a terrible setting for an Assassin's Creed, but it is not as if they have changed their mind. Not as if they have not changed their minds before.
Yeah.
So who knows?
I'm off to find Roberts.
Now, I think, what is it, the Elite Fire Barrel storage? The map location is actually in Principe?
There is a treasure map location there is treasure in Principe, yes.
I forget which one. I know it's one of the upgrades for the ship. I just can't remember which one. And I think it's like the absolute word. Wow.
I do not remember at all. I know you get the heavy shot upgrade, elite upgrade at a Mayan Ruins island, but I do not remember at all what you get from Principe.
So basically, you can't. For this one, this is probably like the last thing you have to do before you can actually 100% Jackdaw and finish it.
Yeah.
Beating this mission.
Well, you don't have to beat this mission, you just have to get that treasure, and then I think you can go back to the Jackdaw and upgrade it, but there's not really not much of a point to doing it that way, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's an Assassin's Creed game, you can play it how you like.
Yeah.
Wee. I thought he would dive.
It's a 2 feet deep shell
I
of
made
water.
a mistake, alright?
Oh, poor your fruit.
He can take it.
As a map, Principe is pretty goddamn simple. There really isn't a whole lot to the actual land part of Principe. There's just this.
There are explosive barrels.
Yes, there are. And if it wasn't obvious, Principe will stay unlocked after you finish this mission.
Yeah, you can go back anytime you want. And there will also be, I think, there's also going to be another important story mission that happens near Principe. But that's like 5 or 6 missions from now or something.
Yeah, but basically, the only thing in Principe is this camp and the path.
Captain Kenway.
Yet another dire situation, Roberts. We really must stop meeting like this.
Stop tailing me and your wish had come true.
There's no need for this. You know I'm as good as my word.
Our Captain Howell was killed today in a Portuguese ambush. Headstrong fool. I warned him not to go ashore.
It was orchestrated by the Templars Burgess and Cockrum. The same sort that took you to Havana.
Ah. I see now there is no escaping the Templars' attention, is there? I suppose it is time to fight back.
I do like the sound of that.
And I know just how I'll do it. But these men, Burgess and Cockrum, they cannot be allowed to leave with word of my escape.
They won't. Count on it.
Did you spot any men from my
Now this
crew?
upcoming locating Burgess and Cockrum, and obviously we're going to kill them. Double assassinate Cockrum and Burgess is really hard if you don't know how to do it exactly right. It's probably the hardest additional objective in the game. Because there is pretty much only one spot you can actually do it, and if you get spotted, of course you will fail without a question.
Because the AI breaks.
Yeah. It's not like you can do double sword kills, so you have to do it with wooden blades. And there is not a bomb weapon that can kill people, so you have to do it that way.
Well, there's explosive barrels.
Yeah, but it would be really hard to set that up. And even though there is no point in being sneaky, I like to do it on this map. In this mission, I should say. But yeah, if you go up to those little clay towers, mud clay towers, whatever the hell they are, you can find some captured pirates.
Are they an optional objective, or
they
just...
are. That should have been a double kill. I'm sorry.
I agree completely.
As I recall, you can't, if those gunners spot you, the guys around the gunners or the gunners spot you, they'll pretty much instantly shoot the pirate and you can't complete the additional objective. So you have to be a little careful when you get close to them. What happened there?
I think you whistled.
I didn't hear anything, and I don't know why I would have whistled, but... Okay.
Well, that could have killed him. No, sadly not. Well, that would have killed him. That probably would have killed him.
They're actually...
On the other hand, there's water.
They will swim around helplessly for a while, but they're dead. That guy just died. Yeah, the AI can survive in water for a little while, but if you throw them off a cliff, they're gone. Oh, and I hate this fragment because you have to jump off Principe to get it. Then you gotta go all the way back up there. So I don't think you needed to see that compelling gameplay.
No.
Now, normally there's a runner near these two gunners, but unfortunately for me, he got distracted by that berserk dart. So, just one more example of why the berserk darts are really good. I don't even know what these pirates do. I think they just stand there. So we're not really doing a great job of saving, but it's the effort that counts.
Yeah. Well, you sent them back to his crew.
They're just standing there.
Well, they're pretending that they've still been captured because there's guys looking for them.
So yeah, it took me about, let's say, 20 minutes to get the additional objective right for this mission. So all told, this original video took me about 2.5 to 3 hours or something. It's not particularly fun. And again, keep in mind, I've always recorded these videos either on weekends or after work. So I got off work very late. So I usually had some pretty late nights playing this game back in Taiwan. Oh, and because it was so much fun doing it the first time, let's jump off Principe again.
I love this game.
Who at Ubisoft came up with those great time wasters?
The intern who hates you.
There's gotta be someone on the staff they hate who's responsible for scattering animus fragments around. I would also put the person who put so many chests in this game as someone who as an intern who hates us. Because it's not fun going around the overworld searching for, just getting those stupid chests. It's not fun. I honestly forgot they made you do it a second time. That's pretty low. Let's see what our prize is.
Oh no, I just fell in the water below. You gotta go jump off the cliff to go get it.
Oh, we were both wrong. It's only 4,000 Relaris.
Cash. There's gotta be another one.
No, I think there's only the one.
I swear to God, there was one that was actually like an actual chest upgrade. An actual ship. Yeah.
And considering I have 361,558 Relaris, and I've pretty much purchased everything of worth in this game, money...
Except for, you know, just like letting the, paying the local officer to let you go free. Want everything but that!
You know, I like how in Assassin's Creed 2 they justify killing those officials as them being corrupt. So if you kill them, your wanted level goes down. But these guys are officials, so if you kill them, you'd think you would be making yourself more infamous. But yeah, right now Burgess and Cockrum are at the far end of this village here. And again, if they spot you, you forget about that additional objective. So you got to do it pretty much like how I'm doing it if you want to get into position and not get spotted.
Yeah, I'd say the collectibles for later, which means you're not.
Well, I've got time. This was one of my early attempts because I got the collectibles, failed a few times, and whatever. Anyway, Burgess and Cockrum actually do have a fair number of things they say. They will loop around the village and then eventually go to the docks, but you want to kill them before they get there.
Put up your socks and grab your cocks. This ship is sailing.
Yeah, they'll say stuff like that. But these are one of the special AI in the game that as soon as they see you, they will pretty much instantly spot you and go into alert mode. So you absolutely cannot get spotted by them.
Lend the bows in a hand.
And yeah, you can see, very rarely are they even in the same spot together. And when they are in the same spot, they're covering each other's blind spot.
Which means it's got to be an aerial assassination.
Yes. And they won't go near that explosive barrel, so don't try it.
There's only what you can carry, maggots. We're not waiting on no one.
Or one of them will... That's one of the big explosive barrels that causes a big explosion. Now, you'd think I could have killed them right there, but no, there's two guys right there, so that couldn't happen there, but here we go. It's mostly just a matter of being patient with these two.
Of course.
There you go. That's how you do it.
You done us good, Kenway. Proved yourself a true bravo. And for what? His own bloody pride.
You stepped in the path of my prize. Not a thing a man should do.
A cocksure, Cully. Just like Hornigold said.
That Templar scab means nothing to me. None of you do.
And you're worse for it, Kenway. It were the Templars who took us in when all else went to shit. Not our king. Not our country. The Templars.
The Templars is our family. Where's yours?
In honest service, there are thin commons, low wages, yet as gentlemen of fortune, we enjoy plenty and satisfaction, pleasure and ease, liberty and power. So what man with a sensible mind would choose the former life, when the only hazard we pirates run is a sour look from those without strength or splendor. Ha! Now, I have been among you 6 weeks, and in that time, I have adopted your outlook as my own, and with so fierce a conviction that it may frighten you to see your passions reflected from me in so stark a light. But if it's a captain you see in me now, then, I'll be your plain captain.
Yeah!
For I have dipped my hands in muddied waters, and, withdrawing them, find 'tis better to be a commander than a common man! You threaten me with your resistance.
I'm looking for the observatory. Folks say you're the only man that can find it.
Folks are correct. Despite my distaste for your eagerness, I see in you a touch of untested genius. I'm Bartholomew Roberts.
Edward.
I've no secrets to share with you now. But if you'll lend me your aid, in 2 months' time west of the Leeward Islands, well, it's there you'll get some answers, I promise you.
So just that stupid.
I mean, I'm kind of the weird person who likes reading Assassin's Creed lore, but again, 99% of people who play the game probably will never hear of it unless someone on the internet tells them, or they wait until the next game.
Yep. And so that's it for the black part. It's not showing up anymore. We freed him. He's done.
But yeah, I will say this last mission was kind of one of the last kind of uneventful ones. But the missions do get pretty good from here on out. Since there's actually there is some tailing left in the game, you can't get away from that in this one. But the other ones are.
Funny that. With scurvy, the fix is more pleasant than the cause. When you catch a dose from a horn, must treat it with quicksilver. You're fonder of getting the disease than you are of curing it. Something biting at you.
All men desire to live by a code or a creed, yes? Yet when pressed, most defer to their instincts rather than the laws that bind them. But what is the appeal of a creed if it does not yoke all men to like behavior?
Might make a man feel like he belongs to something. What's your answer?
Oh, that all men are sheep. And an old wolf like me deserves every ounce of blood he draws. Sail to this location. Bring only those you trust.